IKONINI. So kuna vile Gachagua bado anaendelea kupatia Murkomen some sleepless nights and Murkomen alikuwa na hii press conference jana na alienda pamego on a rant juu ya Gachagua and it's very interesting because unajua Gachagua saizi kwa masaids za states in quotes minding his own business, and his business of course ni ku make sure that Ruto is a one term. So wacha tusikize kile Murkomen alikuwa anasema.
And I insist, if the former deputy president has any information that is worth consideration, not just by local, even international institutions, if he has that information, he must record it with the DCI as soon as he arrives the country, so that we can take him seriously. Until then, we will just consider it a part of his continuous comedy and caricature that he has become in everything he says out there. You know, a person who poses for a photo, for every step he passes through at the airport, he's looking for the airport police to take a picture with. And that is a big thing. He's going to show us that he met airport police officers when he went to the US. That is a joke.
Okay. Historia ya Gachagua kupost photos za makarau. Damn. Am I just about to criticize Gachagua and make some doodle to start his morning really badly? Yes, I find it to be like, don't do it. You are a former deputy president. You're beyond that. Don't take some photos. You look like a clown. Yes, hapo nimeagree na umse. Like at some point you should not do it. Like posting photos. This is vitu za raya za kawaida kama sisi. I think nikiwa masai za states kuna nani best yangu K4 alifanya nikapiga photo karibu na gari ya NYPD. You ni sisi jo. You are former deputy president. Don't do that bullshit. Okay.
It's a total joke. Or somebody who goes to amusement park in a technology company, then starts saying, I had an engagement in an amusement park as a tourist. How many of us have gone to amusement parks as tourists when we travel out there? And then you start saying, this is what, and so forth. The only thing you can go and write when you get a small opportunity to visit Facebook as a tourist is political slogans. I mean, we have a problem. And I think if the former deputy president is not going to record a statement about what he said about Al-Shabaab and the country, then the right thing for him is we check him in a mental institution for mental assessment.
Yeah, okay. Umse sasa aliamua ni psychoanalysis. Yeah? So I guess one of the things that Gachagua amefanya ni kufanya umse akuwe like a psychoanalyst, because he went on a rant. He goes on a rant about how umse anafaa kuwa checked into a mental institution because he lost a big position, and then this big position might have affected him. So we need to talk about mental health. Mental health is very important. Wacha tusikize.
Assessment, because his level of contradictions can only be that he either is a pathological liar or is a mental case that needs treatment. And you know, Constitution of Kenya insists that for people to hold public office, they must be of sound mind, which is at the moment extremely questionable. And I guess that it comes with the stress of losing such a high office. And there's nothing wrong for him being treated for mental health, because mental health is also part of areas that we in the security sector would like to ensure that our people are operating in our well-being. And you know, there are many of these cases in the political circles that are untreated. And as a result, they cause greater havoc and harm in the country.
Yeah, so this dude went on this rant of how Gachagua need mental health checkups. About the contradictions, this is what I'd say. In villains that Gachagua, if you speak the truth, you'll always contradict yourself. I always think that people believe the truth is this one straight line, but the truth has its own contradictions. So if you speak the truth, kuna kuagana hizo I think zinaitwa gray areas. Najua, they're not black, they're not white, just that gray area. So if you always speak the truth, you'll always contradict yourself. So I understand why sometimes he contradicts himself. And a big up to him, say, like for once, I think I heard him talk about Kenya. Najua, tutakam to Gachagua, but I heard him talk about Kenya. I was like, damn, okay, he's learning at least. Najua, I respect that. But wacha tumalizia na Ubda. anaitwa Murkomen.
And I think that it's no longer a joke. Who the deputy president, former deputy president is at the moment is no longer a joke. You most of you share TikTok posts of his messages and so forth. You are actually the ones who are encouraging a person who is unwell to continue saying more things that are going to hurt our country. And I think those who are around him should help him get medical treatment because then there are continuous conversations. Somebody out there may think that he's a serious person.
Okay, so yeah, alifanya his psychoanalysis there. Do I think there's anything we can do to hurt the country? I don't think so. Like what? Like everything he said has been said before by someone else, so I don't think so. So this was Murkomen alikuwa na very long psychoanalysis rant ya ubuda anaitwa Gachagua. But Gachagua vile nimesema, like for once this guy talked about Kenya, and I have to commend him. Najua of course for him he never looks at Kenya as a country, he just looks at it regionally. So for once alibonga juu ya Kenya, and I found this to be super interesting. But wacha tuisikie cause alisema kitu fulani juu ya Raila ile like nowadays it's become super clear. He come to Raila and he's a bid for the presidency.
This cousin movement is the greatest thing to have ever happened in Kenya, because our cousins have been misused by Raila for a long time. Long time. Every election cycle, he has been mobilizing my cousins from the Mlembe nation, from the Kamba nation, from the Luya from the Kisii nation, from the Mijikenda nation, from the Taita nation, and mobilizing all those cousins and cheating them that he's taking them to Canaan. And because people have Canaan, my cousins fell for it for many years. The minute he gets there, he doesn't intend to be president. He has no such intention. He's not interested. He likes power, but with no responsibility.
And his statement, of course, like it does not make sense to me, if you had to ask me, for any politician to be that popular and never win the presidency unless they don't really want it. You can't just surround yourself with incompetence, and you have fans who are both competent and incompetent. That means that if you really wanted the competent ones to take over and help you get the presidency, they would. But it seems like it's the same cycle. Like you'll pretend you want this thing, people wake up in the morning, go vote for you, and aibiwa. Agents hawalipwi. Hapa place ingine agents wamelipwa wote. Voter turnout in the strongest strongholds iko 50-50. While your time unafaa kumobilize everyone to come out and vote for you. So yes, this is something that I think with time itakuwa clear that this guy never really wanted it. When you want something, you're obsessed. Na wako uliwatchigi interview tulifanya na Uroba alikuwa anabonga juu vile Ruto was so obsessed and wanted all the details, wanted to know he place voter turnout ni aje, where do we need to push people to go vote, where do we need to make sure that wasome tulia tu hawajaenda. You have to really want it.
He doesn't know how to take responsibility. So he creates problems. He is invited into government and starts eating. And that is why like now he is quiet, because he's a very good observer of good manners. When you're on the table eating, you don't talk.
Yeah, so nacheki kuna buda fulani kwa ananibamba kwa hii yuko hapo nyuma. Msali alikuwa amebambika sana, alikuwa na smile tu. Yeah.
So these cousins now have found their way as a family. And now all the cousins are talking the same language. So I saw Tinga the other day crying about cousins. He was crying in a funeral. Instead of mourning the late Phoebe Asio, he was mourning the loss of cousins from his grip. Because these cousins were mechanuka. And you know, the other day when he brought problems, he was invited to the table by Ruto to eat together. He forgot all the cousins and went alone.
Yeah. History ya forget all the cousins inakuwaga ukweli. Like every time ukiangalia hii handshake kwanzia handshake ya 2018 I can say hii ya majuzi ya Uhuru, forgot the cousin Kalonzo, then kwa na handshake fulani ya majuzi pia, forgot the other cousin I guess ni Matakarua plus Kalonzo. So kumekuwa nayo tabia ya ku leave the cousins alone, just go and eat alone. And I don't know how he does it, like he's able to cheat this time. And pia I think one of the things nishai analyze kwa hii podcast that Raila is the sort of guy who never does what like you has his sycophants but seems anajua kukeep loyalty, like hajui kucommand. I don't know if it's commanding loyalty ama it's what loyalty, because if you look at some of his greatest supporters who've left, I remember Ababu Namwamba, like one of the most iconic moments in Kenya's history was after Kibaki alikuwa sworn in at night. Then there was this parliament session when Kenya was still bleeding, and nakumbuka Ababu Namwamba akiambia nani Kibaki that you're not my president is Raila Odinga, and how Ababu ended up shifting and never supporting this guy alone. Na kumkamseka nani tena Mohaji Chopevu used to be a really big supporter of this guy and somehow stopped supporting Raila. So you find that he does not know how to command ama ku keep loyalty. Like a lot of people around him always hepa him, and I think the reason is ye mwenyewe akipata chance ya kukuhepa hata kutoka, akipata chance ya kutoka na unachapa hiyo left na kuacha mataani
alone. Yet he wants these cousins to wait for him to mislead them every election. So wewe Tinga, well, let me tell you, don't talk about cousins. Keep off family matters. Hii ni mambo ya familia, si ndio? Mambo ya familia usiingilie. Wewe so the cousin movement is a great thing, and all cousins, all in-laws, all the people of Kenya are one family now.
Cheki, for once, nilisikia all the people of Kenya. I have to give him credit because I'm sure for that to come out of him, that was really hard. So kulikuwa na hiyo speech. I don't think I need to say it again, but kuandika statement na Murkomen, that's bullshit. That's not going to help anything. IKONINI, nimeinterrupt show kukuremind you ya LemFi. Unajua hii ni mwezi ya Kenya jo. Hii ni mwezi ya Kenya. So kwa uko majuu unatry kutuma do hapa Kenya, make sure umetumia LemFi. And why? LemFi kupatiaga the best exchange rates, na apart from that pia LemFi inakupatia an opportunity to send how much? $8,000 in one day. Ama unaweza tuma $16,000 in 1 week, ama unaweza tuma $32,000 in 1 month. That means unaweza tuma 1 million in 1 day, ama unaweza tuma 2 million in 1 week, ama unaweza tuma 4 million in 1 month. That means stories za construction za baki umezifanya chap. Pia another thing ni size unaweza baki umeconnect your LemFi to your debit card, so si lazima ubaki umedeposit pesa kwa your LemFi wallet. Unatuma tu direct from your debit card ikikuja Kenya. Usisahau pia na kwa ni instant. Alafu make sure umetumia promo code IKONINI. Kutumia promo code IKONINI kwa your first transaction ya $100 ile utatuma, utabaki umepata $20 cashback. Alafu pia IKONINI utakuwa umeisupport because pia sisi tutapata $20. Unajua? So make sure umechangamka jo. Na vile musemaga jo, LemFi, international payments for everyone. IKONINI. Wacha turudi kwa show. And but another interesting nini ile niliona ilikuwa ni story na ubuda anaitwa Mbadi. So Mbadi saizi iko kwa meza, na vile umetoka tu kusikia nani Murkomen Gachagua akisema ukiwa kwa meza ukikula unafaa kutulia kabisa, like usibonge mob. So Mbadi yuko kwa meza, na since yuko kwa meza alikuwa na bonga juu ya Ruto and Ruto's legacy.
JKIA must be done. So that's one of the pipeline projects. But if President Kibaki, in terms of hardware, will be remembered for Thika Highway and maybe LAPSET project that was launched during his tenure, and President Uhuru will be remembered for Expressway and possibly the SGR, I am sure President Ruto will be remembered for Ironi Mau Summit. President Ruto should be remembered for the JKIA.
Story ya JKIA ndio nashindwa, like remembered for JKIA what? I think uko mbele anaenda pa akibonga juu yake. So I don't know if they're still looking for another PPP, because remember the other PPP was bullshit. It was like, if we develop JKIA, then for the next 30 years we cannot develop another airport within Kenya. So Mombasa, which looks like a joke, has to continue looking like a joke. Kisumu, which looks like a joke, has to continue looking like a joke. Malindi, which looks like a toilet, has to continue looking like a pit latrine. And to me, this is unacceptable. Najua, like, nah, we have to improve these airports. They look pathetic. And hakuna mtu anaweza tuambia for the next 30 years. I can try and imagine the amount of technology that will have changed in 30 years. I think in 30 years, even pilots watakuwaga pale kama inatonga nini, ni fail safe. Watakuwa hapo as the backup plan. Otherwise planes zitakuwa zikijifly tu na zina land na zina
in my view. And even progressing SGR from Naivasha all the way to Malaba. So I think these 7 years remaining in President Ruto's presidency should help us realize that. And we are beginning with this remaining 2 years in the first term to make sure that Rironi Mau Summit is actualized and at the bare minimum starts also our airport. So we must deliver. We are under instructions with my colleague here that we must deliver these things. I don't know why you people laughed, but that is it.
Yeah, I don't know why you people laughed. Umesikia hiyo place amebonga juu ya 7 years remaining. 7 years remaining. Okay. So elections mshashinda, si ndio? Okay. So tukigo back to hii statement, imeni remind another interview ka ujai watch na need kuwatch, ni interview ya buda anaitwa nani? Buda anaitwa Nyakera Irongo. So Nyakera tulikaga na yeye, and tukiwa na Nyakera, like one of the things that we talked about was the SGR and why according to him the SGR inafaa kuishia Kisumu, not kuishia Malaba. Like ikiishia Malaba, we are helping Uganda more than we are helping Kenya, because his like reasoning was so precise that if you've not watched that interview, make sure that you check it out. History ya 7 years, according to me, it's very disturbing. Najua ile like inafaa kwa, you should be humble enough kusema if you people give us a second term, we can do 1, 2, 3 things. And it's sad to see that wase wa ODM saa hizi ndio wana push hii narrative ya this guy continuing more than even the UDA people. And so we are going to see. So this guy is here hyping his story, and if you're to ask me, if you look at the amount of money being dished around, because don't forget kulikuwa na hii story like when they react to the 2.5 million shillings, I had not seen the full clip ya Ruto, and kwa the full clip ya Ruto alisema if they advance past quarterfinals, then atawapatia, what did he say, atawapatia 1 million shillings each and a 2-bedroom affordable housing. So your 2-bedroom affordable housing, I don't know if it's coming from his pocket still, or it's coming from the government. That's one thing that I don't know. And so that happened. Of course, with that we hope for the best. Tuna hope for the best kabisa ikikam to the players, that they keep advancing and they keep making this money, because at least maybe kuna mtu anakula some of these taxpayers money, najua. And I think I saw someone who'd made that joke ya taxpayers money. Alikuwa mbonga vile Ruto ameanza kuencourage, amefanya wase wanacheza vizuri kabisa. Yes, I think ilikuwa umse alikuwa anawakia Raila, alikuwa anaitwa Saitabao. Alikuwa ameandika Harambee Stars is proof that Kenya could achieve great things if politicians return the money they've stolen. Damn. So najua, like we can argue that this money that's being spent on Harambee Stars is stolen money, because there's no way anyone can have that level of money to just donate. Like I've looked at all these politicians out here and I don't see, all these billionaires out here, and I've never seen anyone go out of his way just dishing out money the way Ruto is dishing out money. So this money is coming from some bottomless wallet, and that bottomless wallet is the taxpayers' wallet. So yeah, now this is a few of the political things lenaangalia. Alafu usikome kwa ukinicheki, like lately I think uli ni watch last week ukawatch Sato, Sunday, Monday. What have I been talking about? Road accidents. And just like that, more road accidents zili happen on Monday. So Monday kulikuwa na hii headline: one person killed, 6 others injured in accident involving Royal Liner bus at Lela along Kisumu Busia Road. Nyanza Region Traffic Enforcement Officer Peter Maina says investigations underway. So cheki, hii ni Kisumu Busia. I don't know if this Kisumu Busia is the same Kisumu Kakamega, but kuna wasali kwa comments wakiniambia the design needs to be changed. No, this is too much. It can't be that. But sawa, tuseme Kisumu Busia is the worst road in the world. Why was there another accident? Kwa hii ilikuwa nilicheki kwa channel ya nani, kwa page ya Professor, ilikuwa 14-seater matatu lost control and veered off the road, landing in a ditch on the road sign at Munadhiri area, Kitiri Embu Road. 1 person injured, no fatalities. We have to ask ourselves, like, why does this keep happening? And it's just like saizi imekam ikakuwa like the black August or something. Like, yeah, I know this August started with ilikuwa ni celebrities wali dedi, kulikuwa na DJ Ade, kulikuwa na nani, kulikuwa na MC Full Stop, alafu kulikuwa na Big Boy Trev. Yes, hao ndio wali dedi mwezi ikianza. But sasa imekuwa nao ni mwezi ya accidents, and these accidents just keep happening. And according to me, there is a solution to this, and the solution is the survivors, especially the survivors who, like, if a driver survives after causing deaths, there needs to be a certain level of responsibility. That means going to jail. That means being charged with either manslaughter ama ita homicide, kiko ulikuja kwa njia ya wenyewe. Cause kama kulole nani, I think ilikuwa ni dem flani wa politician, I think ni Kandi Soita. Kandi Soita ndiye aliendaga US, alafu alikuwa amelewa, akaamua kudrive on the wrong side of the road, akapiga na head on na gari kombeba masoja. And the last time I checked, she was being charged with vehicular homicide. I don't know how that case has gone, but there was that. And yeah, so according to me, there has to be some level of responsibilities. Story ingine ile nimecheki ni 7 shallow graves with fresh human bones, skulls discovered in Kwabinzaro village, Kilifi. Detectives suspect victims may have died from starvation and suffocation in cult killings. And the only reason nakupatia hii story ni kukuremind that Mwafrika nakuambiaga, don't look up there for solutions, look within for solutions. You've been lied to, and you are lied to because of control, lied to that a lot of things are not within your control, that is some mysterious white man with a beard up there, and some white other man alikufa 2000 years juu yako, alafu kakubali tu. So because of nonsense kama hiyo, unaweza jipata kwa cult, kwa hapo unajistarve. Na one thing ile mtu learn, the laws of nature are never suspended. Never suspended. So ukiona kitu yote imehappen, ila it makes sense, just jua haiku happen. So for example, kwe pahali alafu unemsea amefloat, ameruka juu, that didn't happen. The laws of nature are never suspended. There's no way gravity itaacha kuwa gravity. Whatever goes up must come down. Najua, that's gravity. Never suspended. If you don't eat for a certain length of time, utadedi. Why? The laws of nature are never suspended. What else? Neza baki nimesema. Of course, kikabila oxygen for just a few, maybe up to 10 minutes, ndakuwa na irreversible brain damage. The laws of nature are never suspended. So, this story, suspects died of starvation. It's sad, man, because people are looking for solutions where there are now no solutions. There's no solution in some mysterious being up there. Majuzi nilicheka sana, nilikuwa nimepost like some scientific finding, and kwa the scientific finding wamebonga juu ya how the moon is 1/400th size ya the sun, alafu the sun iko like 400 times away from earth, najua. So tukiangalia earth, tuangalia the sun na the moon zinakuwaga the same size. Alafu after ni post hiyo kwa ilikuwa ni Instagram, someone ended up nini aka reply, yeah, proof that there is God. They're like, damn, that's what you got from that? Like, That's what we got from that. And it's just one of those zile hapa Africa, like I don't know ile time tutakam kuembrace science, because science inakuonyeshaga there are solutions within, and the solutions is not starvation. The only time unafaa kuona jistarve ni kama unafanya intermittent fasting, and the intermittent fasting is so that helps you to lose weight, maybe kwa ulikuwa na like una karibia diabetes kwa hivyo, but never starve yourself, because some invisible being somewhere is going to reward you because you starved yourself. And still, when you get food, you still have to praise this invisible being. And then this invisible being, without being praised, cannot, like, needs constant praising. Well, try to imagine. This is what I like about religion. Because, Julize, if every day that, let's say, your father brought something, you had to spend like 1 hour every week praising your father for doing their job, well, how would you feel about it? Because don't forget, your father iko up there. Hapo vile musemaga, Yesu ni Bwana, no dede.